morning, Ma'am. We are the reporters number 5 and we're going to present the overview of the criminal litigation process of criminal procedure. After the availment of provisional remedies, next is the bail. What is bail? Bail is the security given for the release of a person in custody of the law, furnished by him or a bondsman to guarantee his appearance before any court as required under the conditions hereinafter specified. Bail is a temporary release of a person in a custody. Next is the kinds of bail. We have the PCCR. P stands for a property ban, an undertaking constituted as a lien or attachment on the real property given as security for the amount of the ban. For example, in the property bond, the original title or certificate of your land. Corporate bond. One issued by a corporation licensed to provide bail, subscribed jointly by the accused and an officer duly authorized by its board of directors or the surety bond. So, next. The cash deposit. Cash deposit is the most common form of bank. Cash deposit is the money deposited by the accused or any person acting on his behalf with the nearest collector of internal revenue or provincial, city, or municipal treasurer. R. Recognizance is a mode of securing the release of any person in custody or detention for the commission of an offense who is unable to post bail due to abject poverty. Ang recognizance ay para po sa mga mahihirap na hindi kaya mag-avail ng bail. Walang pera, walang property ba, and etc. Bail as a matter of right, exceptions, and bail as a matter of discretion. Bail as a matter of right before or after conviction by the MPC. Dito, pwede kang mag-avail ng right before or after of your conviction. And B, before conviction by the RTC of an offense not punishable by death, reclusion perpetua, or life imprisonment. Pwede kang mag-avail ng bail before your conviction not unless your ikasugat under the reclusion perpetua or life imprisonment. C. Before conviction by the RTC of an offense punishable by death, reclusion perpetua, or life imprisonment and the evidence of guilt is not strong. Pwede kang mag-avail ng bail kung ang evidence of guilt the evidence of guilt is not strong or walang makakapagpatunay ikaw ang bail as a matter of discretion. When the evidence of guilt is strong, hindi ka pwede mag-avail ng bail kung ang evidence of guilt is strong. After conviction by the RTC of non-capital offense. What is nature of bail? All persons except those charged with offenses punishable by reclusion perpetua, life imprisonment, or death penalty, when the evidence of guilt is strong, shall before conviction be bailable by sufficient sureties or be released on recognizance as may be provided by law. If your penalty is under LDR, life imprisonment, death, reclusion perpetua, thus evidence of guilt is strong, hindi ka pwede mag-avail ng bail. Where to file bail? Court where the case is pending or any absence or unavailability to judge thereof with any regional trial judge, metropolitan trial judge, municipal trial judge, or municipal circuit trial judge in the province, city, or municipality. Kung ang ang judge sa isang regional trial court hindi available kung saan ka nag-file ng case, ay pwede kang mabalin mo nga ipada sa bali na court. And if the accused is arrested in a province, city, or municipality other than where the case is pending, bail may also be filed with any regional trial court of said case. For example, naka-commit ka ni crime, for example, Joy Candon. Tapos mabalin ka ang file, iti-bail, Joy Narbakan.
Arraignment. Arraignment is a formal court proceeding in which a criminal defendant is brought before the judge, hear the charges against him. During the arraignment, the defendant is typically informed of their rights. The charges are read aloud, and the defendant is asked to enter a plea.
Rule 117, Motion to Quash. What is a motion to quash? Specific type of request in which one court is asked to render the decision made by another, lower court as invalid. A motion to quash example would be if a party experiences improper service of process, they may decide to file a motion to quash. Example scenario: illegal search and seizure. Case: a defendant is charged with possession of illegal drugs. The drugs were found during a search of the defendant's home. Motion to quash. The defense files a motion to quash the evidence on the grounds that the search was conducted without a valid warrant, and there were no exigent circumstances or probable cause justifying the search. When can the accused file a motion to quash? At any time before entering the plea, the accused may move to quash the complaint or information. Section 2. Form and contents. The motion to quash shall be in writing, signed by the accused or his counsel, and shall distinctly specify its factual and legal grounds. The court shall consider no ground other than those stated in the motion, except lack of jurisdiction over the offense charge. What is the form required for a motion to quash? Number 1, it must be in writing. Number 2, it must be signed by the counsel accused or his counsel. Number 3, it must specify its factual and legal grounds. Section 3. Grounds. The accused may move to quash the complaint for information on any of the following grounds. A. That the facts charged do not constitute an offense. B. That the court trying the case has no jurisdiction over the offense charged. C. That the court trying the case has no jurisdiction over the person of the accused. D. That the officer who finds the information had no authority to do so. E. That it does not conform substantially to the prescribed form. F. That more than one offense is charged except when a single punishment for these offenses is prescribed by law. G. That the criminal action or liability has been extinguished. H. That it contains averments which, if true, would constitute a legal excuse or justification. And lastly, I. That the accused has been previously convicted or acquitted of the offense.
Legislation and legal proceedings follows similar principles to other jurisdictions involves activities such as filing pleadings, conducting discovery, and potentially reaching settlements. Additionally, in the Philippines court, pre-trial conference are held to streamline the issue, consider relation of facts, and explore the possibility of settlement. Crucial case where the parties come down to prepare for the trial itself.
Next, trial demur. Trial demur is a legal motion made by party in a court case at the close of the opposing party evidence.
Challenging the sufficiency of the evidence presented to the proof, the claim, or charge against the sufficiency of the evidence presented to the proof, the claim, or charge against them. The party fearing the demurrer argues that even if the all evidence presented by the opposing party is true, it is sufficient to support a favorable verdict. For example, In a criminal trial, the defense may file a trial demurrer arguing that prosecution has not presented enough evidence to prove that defendant beyond a reasonable doubt. If the court grants the demurrer, it may result in the dismissal of the case or a specific charge due to lack of evidence. Demurrer to evidence. After prosecution request, it case the court may dismiss the action on the ground of insufficient of evidence. The court has determined that evidence presented by the initiating action is not strong enough to support the claims. Other were not credible or convincing evidence to prove the case or claim being made. As a result, the court may decide to dismiss the action. On its own initiative, after giving the prosecution the opportunity to be heard upon the moral evidence filled by the case with or without need of court. The accused may do the following. First, file a demurrer to evidence with leave or without leave of court. Second, adjust his evidence unless he will the scene. What is a demurrer to evidence? First, it is a motion to dismiss the case filed by the defense after the prosecution, based on the ground of insufficiency of the prosecution. Second, it has been said the motion to dismiss under the rule of court take place of a demurrer, which pleading raised question of law as to sufficient of the pleading apparent of a case thereof. Thus, in the same manner as a demurrer, a motion to dismiss presented firmly before the court a question as to the sufficiency of the fact alleged therein to constitute a cause of action.
What is judgment? A judgment is the adjudication by the court that the accused is guilty or not guilty of the offense charged and the imposition of the proper penalty and civil liability. First, it must be written in the official language. Example nito is the affidavit or miranda rights, yung lengguwahe na maintindihan ng accused or victim. Second, it must be personally and directly prepared by the judge and signed by him. Example is the subpoena, lahat ng may kaso ay nabibigyan accused or victim. Third, it must be contained clearly and distinctly a statement of the facts and the law upon which it is based.
Post-judgment remedies. Number 1. Remedies before judgment becomes final and executory. Post-judgment remedies are legal tools available to a party who has won the judgment creditor. To enforce the judgment and ensure that losing party, the judgment debtor, fulfills the judgment obligation. Here summary for common judgment remedies. Aid of execution, garnishment, attachment, judgment claims, and turnover order, etc. The next one is motion for reconsideration. Motion for reconsideration is prohibited in case that falls under summary procedure. Letter B, motion for new trial. Letter C, appeal. Remedies after judgment becomes final and executory. Once the judgment becomes final and executory, meaning it's conclusive and no longer subject to appeal or reconsideration, there are still several remedies and actions available for the parties involved. These remedies are primarily focused on enforcing the judgment or in exceptional cases, challenging it due to extraordinary circumstances. Here's an in-depth explanation of these remedies. Rate of execution, garnishment, judgment claims, turnovers, and receivership. Letter A, petition for relief from judgment. Letter B, action to annul a judgment. And letter C, certiorari, and last, collateral attack of a judgment.
Entry of judgment is the final recording of the decision and opinion. If court made one, when the entry is complete depends in the jurisdiction, but the entry usually either occurs after the decision is inserted into the docket or sent to a specified official.